Riley and Friends! Yay!
Hey guys, we're back and we're going to talk about our driving. Allison, you want to go first?
Hi, I'm Allison. I am your co-host today. And, let's just start with, when did you get your license, Riley?
I got my license in the middle of February of this year.
I got my license 6 months ago. So what's that? August? September? August?
I don't know. We're going to...
One of those. I don't remember which one, but it did take me 3 tries to get it.
Only 2 for me.
I might have failed for parallel parking both times, but...
I also failed for parallel parking. Everybody hates parallel parking.
No, literally. It's not...
I don't think I've ever parallel parked outside of a test or practicing for the test.
I've had times where, I was supposed to parallel park. Me and my friend went to a restaurant, and there was only parallel parking, so I decided instead of going to drive past it, and then we ended up at Burger King instead of the fancy restaurant we're supposed to be going to because I can't parallel park still.
Honestly, I would do that same thing too. So, would you consider yourself a good driver?
I don't talk about every time that I've ever hit a tree, a car, a curb. What else have I hit? A rock.
How big was the rock?
It was a medium-sized rock.
Did you do any damage to the car?
No. The only time I've ever done damage to a car out of all of those was I was in the Dairy Queen parking. Oh, no. The Dairy Queen,
Drive-through?
Drive-through. That's the word, yeah. And I was with McKenna and Kendall. And I just stented. I don't know what to call it. It was scrented, we'll call it. I scrented the side of my car because I don't know how to drive through drive-throughs. So now I make other people drive for me when we go to get food. Otherwise, I just starve.
You don't want to go in?
No.
Okay.
I'm okay with the Dunkin' Donut drive-through though, the one that's closest to me, because that one has a wide. Because why do they make their entrances so skinny? They want to mess up your car.
So outside of, driving, we're backing up, and parallel parking, would you consider yourself a good driver outside of this? Oh.
I love cutting people off. That's why on my last car, before, it broke, and it wasn't even my fault, by the way. But anyways, after my last car, I had a sticker, a bumper sticker that said, "Get over that SH bleep," and that was for when I cut people off, or because I was really good at it. The only issue was that sometimes that car stalled, and it'd be really scary because it would start, and then I'd be like, "Oh no, I'm gonna hit this person." But I never did. I never hit anyone. Knock on wood.
I would consider myself a good driver. I've only had my license for about a month, but I've been driving since way before that, and I've driven by myself for only a couple days now. So I've only driven to work. I drove to school today, actually.
Nice.
But one time when I was driving my mom's car on the way from work, we go by train stops, depending on which way we go home. We go by not train stops, train crossroads things. I don't know how to explain that. But so I was driving and it started blinking, but I figured I was too far that I wasn't just gonna slam on my brakes. I was worried that I was gonna brake on the train track, so I wasn't gonna stop. But my mom started freaking out because she thought I should have stopped.
I did the same thing with my dad.
I didn't think it was safe enough to stop. I thought I was going to stop on the train track. So I just ended up going through, and she was freaking out. She was shaking, and I was like, "What now?"
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
I was I thought I was fine. I don't really get, I still think that's okay because the train's not coming for a while. And the thing, it was only the lights that started blinking. The little things.
So you weren't on the track before the train thing started blinking?
No, the little red lights came on, but the thing didn't go down. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was past where the spot it goes down. So what am I gonna do? Stop on the train track and get by the train? I don't think so. But mom freaked out, so I don't know. Maybe I could have stopped. Maybe I should have, but I didn't,
Maybe I should next time, Riley.
but I think it was safe enough for the fact that I could just get by. And I'm telling you this right now, the car behind me, he was like way behind me. He did the same thing as me. So
When I was younger, I used to play a game where me and my friend would run back and forth across the street and when cars were coming. And it kind of feels the same. Like, what's that called? There's a game for that.
like Crossy Road.
Yeah, I used to play Crossy Road.
It's just not.
And anyways, that just reminded me of Crossy Road. I would never do such a thing now. Mostly because I don't have a death wish. But it was fun while it lasted.
Also, I just want to say one thing. On my first time in the driver's test, I'm pretty sure you get like at least 3 tries for parallel parking. But this
You
guy
don't.
gave me like, no, I'm pretty sure you do because the
don't.
person after the second person gave me a second chance. So maybe it's just the person. Or I don't know. They need to like
don't.
fix
They told
something.
me not to. They were like, I'm not allowed to give you a second try. And I was like, please! And they were like, no. So then I freaked out. And I was like churning and twisting and yanking on the steering wheel. Because I was like freaking out. Because I was like, what? How? Like, I was so upset. And then I really freaked out the driving instructor. So he ran out of my car without even saying goodbye and then waddled away. And he smelled really bad. And then I started crying. But then I passed, so...
So Allison doesn't think she's a good driver. I do think I am a good driver because I only go 5 over the speed limit, guys. It's not that big of a deal.
Oh, and then there was this one time on the highway where
only
this
driven
kid,
by highway
he's a
once.
really big guy. He was in my back seat because he didn't have a license at the time, even though, so I was always the driver all the time, and it was really annoying. But anyways, he was a big guy. He was super tall, and he was in my back seat of the Mini Cooper. So there's no
room in there.
There's no
I've been
room
there.
in the back
And
seat.
she has stuff in there too.
Yeah, like I have a massive teddy bear in there, like, and you just have to squeeze in. Like, anyways, so we were on the highway, and I mean, I should, but I use the back, like, naturally, I just use looking out, like, the back window more than I use my side mirrors.
I do that too. I think I have to change that.
Yeah, you should, because when there's a big guy with massive curly hair in the back seat,
You can't see nothing.
can't see anything, I was very close to hitting a car going like 80 on the highway. It was really bad. And it was like, because there was a person like merging onto the highway, and they like, there was a really slow car in front of me, so I couldn't speed up. And then it was too close for me to be able to slow down because there was a car behind me. But they were just merging in. So I was like, oh my God, what do I do? So then I don't know what I should do in that situation. I probably should have just kept going.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been...
Had them be at fault.
Yeah, they probably would have.
But then I was like freaking out. So then I turned because I had a little bit of room on the other side. So then I pulled into the other one. But then that car didn't really seem okay with me doing that. They were pretty mad at me. Yeah. I mean, if I was on that side, I'd freak out too. I'd be like, oh my God, you're going to hit my car. But...
So you've almost been in an accident many times.
Many times.
I've only been in an accident, almost an accident. One time, that was actually when I went to school this morning. Some guy was taking a right onto this main road I was going to school on. And he takes the right. Or no, he doesn't really, he like stops, but not really. He stops like in the middle of the road. So the other guy in front of him has to swerve, but then he keeps going. So he's basically on like the sidewalk at this point, like literally almost on the sidewalk. And he has to like stop, and I have to like slam my brakes. It's like, wait, what are you doing?
Yeah,
like,
I think...
if you can't see, just stop and then slowly peek out so people have time to stop. Like, I don't understand why people just like, if they can't see where they're taking a right, stop first.
No,
Don't go out and
go.
look. You know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. But yeah, anyway, that's our driving.
That's our driving.
Thank you.